Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 here with Rangers. We take a look at today's fixtures before we actually play Ross County. We can see St Johnstone have battered Partick Thistle 5-1 to actually take second place from us and move within 11 points of Celtic. So we need to make sure that we win this game against Ross County today to solidify that second position, because if we finish below St Johnstone, or even if we stay below St Johnstone for too long a period of time, we're going to end up getting the chop. So we need to be careful. Just some loan updates there. So we want to go into this game away at Dingwall. We need the victory. No more good draws or good performances where we don't win. We need 3 points today. Candia's capable. Mo Barrow 75 minutes. So we're going to have a little look into these players here. What do we want to do? I wonder. Right, Barrow's carrying a knock at the moment, so we're not going to be going with him. We'll go with Windass, I suppose. What's his fitness test saying? 75 minutes. Okay, we can get away with that, I think. Let's put Rudden back down, I think. We'll bring Candias onto the bench instead of Jordan Thompson. Other than that, I think we're ready to go with this side. Knudson's a bit shaky. Could Jordan Thompson do it, I wonder? Do you know what? We might as well try him. Let's take Rossiter off the bench there, and we'll try Jordan Thompson at fullback. It's a risk, and it means we've got two youngsters in the right back and left back position. But we're going to go with it. We're going to go Fodringham, Houston, Alves, Cardozo, Thompson, Jack, Dorrans, O'Halloran, Pena, Windass and Morelos. O'Halloran, of course, has shown some decent form in previous games, so we hope he can keep that up. And it's a 4-2-3-1 attacking formation, just trying to impose ourselves on the game. Some action down the flanks. They do have the two up front here, so we could be in a bit of danger at the back with them playing long balls up to the two up front. But we just have to have some faith in the team. They have got... Oh, well, that's not very good. They have played the two up front most of their games, and they're only sitting in 9th position. Scott Fox and Jason Naismith both carrying injuries coming into this one, so hopefully we can expose that. Scott Fox now properly injured. That's a substitute goalkeeper that's having to play now for Ross County. Long gone, it seems, are the days we would come out the traps and take the early lead. As Dorrans picks it up, playing it to Pena now. Two Dorrans forward for Morelos. It's a decent pass. Holds it up, good ball to Jack. And Pena, he angles it in for Morelos. It's a good pass, nice touch, playing it in for Windass. And it's an easy save for the substitute goalkeeper there, who'll be happy to get his gloves on the ball. I'd tell him to push forward here as Houston finds Jack. Back to Houston. Jack's in a bit of space now. Dorrans. Nice sidestep. Morelos now. Can they get through? He plays it in for Windass. Better bury this. He does. It's a brilliant finish by Windass. Beyond the sub goalkeeper. Beautiful. Beautiful. We need to get back to winning ways today. Disappointing 2-2 last time against Aberdeen. We didn't play badly in that game. There's signs we can push on from it, but we definitely need to make sure we do that. Good play from Windass on the left as he's trying to take advantage of that position still being open. As we go into half time at 1-0. Not sure what to tell them. I suppose I'll tell them passionately that I'm happy, actually, because we've restricted Ross County to not really having any opportunities. We're going to bring on the young man there for Dorrans. He can just sit in behind Pena. Hopefully next season, if we survive this season, hopefully Baronas there can be, or Barjonas can be our starter there, as Windass actually picking up an injury, having to come off 20 minutes before scheduled. I suppose we'll go with Candias. Try and be a winger on the left hand side. As Gardine tees up a free kick, scoops it into the box, and it's a pen. Of course it is. It's happened to us way too often this season. Opposition having absolutely nothing, and then it's just a lumped ball into the box, and we give away a stupid penalty. It's up to Fodringham now to save us. It's Boyle. for 1-1, and it's in. It's 1-1. The first goal of the season, in fact his first ever goal for Ross County, and 2 shots for Ross County. That's their first on target from the spot, and all of a sudden they're level. And we're going to change it if this doesn't turn around quickly. Hell, if Ross County get another goal, then we're in trouble of the sack, I think. Good challenge by Thompson, brilliant. Candeas to Baronas, into Pena, Candeas, come on, get further forward here. Good play. Hits Morelos, holding it up well. Pena. Jack, angles are out to Candeas, that's lovely. If Thompson would get on the park, that'd be nice. It's into Morelos, pretty isolated here. Thompson for a cross, away by Naismith though. Candeas has to get it. Baronas now into Pena. Tees up Baronas! Off! He's hit the bar. Alright, let's change something here. I'm going to go Herrera for Pena. Yep, Herrera can be a complete forward supporting in there. Can Houston play in the middle? No. Neither can Thompson. Okay. Now we're going to go with the 2 up there. We're going to switch to more direct passing out of this one. Go higher up the tempo, more closing down. We're really going to have to step it up here, last 20 minutes or so. Right, it's going to have to be overload now. We need to get a victory. Draw here's not enough. Bruno Alves teeing up the free kick into the wall, easy. Just over 10 left. It doesn't look good. We've had 5 times the number of shots, 6 times the number on target. Their only shot on target until just now had been that penalty. We need to go route 1 now. Right up to the strikers. I don't see us getting much out of it, if anything. There's Boyle picking up the throw here for Ross County. It's into Curran. We're in danger of losing the game here. It's a brilliant challenge. Baronas will pick it up. It's a terrible pass though. Borigter, former Celtic man Borigter picking it up. Van der Weg. And nothing happens. Okay, fair enough. I think this will be a proper highlight now as Davis plays it to Boyle. Goes forward. It's a lovely interception. Cardozo. Baronas over the top for Morelos. Can he find Herrera here? Morelos is wide, he's actually driving into the middle. Can he cut it across for Herrera? What the hell was that? That was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. Naismith now with the throw in. Possibly some late action still in the game as Ross County try and win it. It's Chow now, it's an opportunity to play a ball in here. We're exposed, it's Gardine to hit this. It's got to be a save, and it is an easy save for Fodringham, thank God. Long it goes, still a chance possibly towards Herrera, who doesn't challenge Van der Weg. Chow now to Borigter, lumps it over the top. Should be easy for Cardozo. Being pressed by Ross County here, got to give them credit I suppose, they're still playing very positively. Van der Weg lumps it back in. Alves has to cover this, he does well. Jack now, play it forward, come on. Let's hope County have been a bit too adventurous for their own good. It's over the top, it's Herrera, he has to score this, takes a lovely first touch, second touch! Buries it, beautiful stuff. Route 1, ugly football, but we'll take anything we can get at this moment. Let's drop these guys back. Yep, none of them particularly like playing deeper, but you know what, needs must and all that. More structured, deeper. Slow the tempo a bit, narrower. Stay on your feet and stay disciplined, that's what we'll do. Switch to a 4-4-2, it was a brilliant finish actually. Maybe the 2 of them up top, something we could utilise. Obviously they didn't combine there at all, but it gives us something different to think about. I will tell the boys to tighten up now, and then we'll just try and contain this. Only a minute or so left, and what would be a good victory I suppose. Pinching something late is always good for the morale, especially leading into the next game. That will take us 3 points above St Johnstone again. Ball's whipped in, it's headed away by Davis. Draper trying to chase it down. Jack holds it. Candeas. Back to Jack, only seconds left. Surely we should be able to see this out. It's in for Candias. It's a lovely touch. He squares it. It's a terrible pass, actually. Houston picking it up now. Goes to Baronas. Back to Thompson. Candias. Come on, we're over the 5 minutes. Into the box. A lovely flick. Driven in, cleared away. O'Halloran shoots. It's blocked. It's Baronas. It's in the box. It's a brilliant challenge. Cleared away. Come on, we're 20 minutes over. 20 seconds over the allotted time. It's got to be it over. Nope, throw in to be taken now by Houston. 40 seconds over the additional time. And there's the whistle. Thank God for that. I'm going to calmly tell them it was a nice win. I'm not overly enthused by how they performed there. Partick Thistle next time out at Firhill is going to be more of a challenge than that was. 2 to 3 days for Candias and Windass. Rogers watching Lindsay, I think. Yeah, watching Jamie Lindsay, who at 23 years of age has no future at Celtic. In the game, anyway. I don't know what he's like in real life. Alright, so we're on to Partick Thistle next. Sitting 5th place though. Going away to them will be a trickier tie than up in Dingwall. We just need to stick to our guns and hope we can perform. Maybe I'll go 4-4-2 and I'll stick the 2 strikers up and go more direct. Or maybe we'll just keep that option in the back pocket. Okay, attacking movement, absolutely. Scouting meeting. Who's this boy? He looks alright actually. Looks like a pretty decent defender. Couple of £100 grand. Definitely. Let's make a note so we're reminded of him in the future. We don't have the money, I don't think, at the moment. Although we do 44 grand a week. If we adjusted the budget, we might have the money. Although he is on loan currently, so from a Uruguayan second division team, he's on loan in the Eredivisie, where he's played well actually. Alright, let's make a note of him. Okay, we'll make a note. Create note. What do you call it? Defender. And we'll get them to remind us of that. 1st of May, so we can take a little look if we're going for a summer approach. So we've got that set there, that's fine. What else are the scouting team saying though? Oh, nothing, okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's injury risks and stuff, which we can't really do much about just now. We don't really have the luxury of rotating too much. St Mirren want Liam Kelly, the goalkeeper, fair enough, that's fine, no problem with that. We'll send Bert Conterman to the press conference. So we need to beat Partick Thistle here. I'm beginning to get worried about getting the sack. Celtic are gone now. I mean, we're 8 points behind. We're not going to be able to make that up. I'd be surprised if they even drop that many points. But that's a win. Hopefully we can take that into the next game, take that forward, get the victory over Partick here, and go into the game against Hibs in good form. Kilmarnock want to loan Baronas, it's not going to happen. If somebody came in to loan him as a key player, I would maybe consider it, but at the moment he's playing a decent number of games for us, so he's not going to go out on loan. Kieran Tierney's moved to Liverpool, interesting. Good news for us. And Daniel Church is out on loan at St Johnstone, so who, pray I ask, is Celtic's left back? Or are they not playing a left back? No, I don't think they're playing a left back, going with 3. Interesting. 3-4-1-2, very aggressive. But they've got the quality to do it. Oh, and the Tambe's away somewhere else, fair enough. We only offered him a trial, and that team have obviously offered him a contract, so fair play. Wait, Daniel Church has moved to St Johnstone permanently? That I want to take a look at. That I find to be really strange, especially for 4.4k. He's a young left back with a lot of potential. Technical stats need a bit of work, but he's really good physically, and he is only 16 or 17. You can see Partick Thistle, player of theirs, possibly going for 60k there. Ross County player possibly going for 26k. Massive, massive figures being thrown about in the Scottish Premier. This is a hell of a lot of detail here. I wonder if a patch or something's updated this, because I don't remember it taking that long previously. We're going in now, however, to that game against Partick at Firhill. Windass is not fully fit, neither is Candeas. I'm worried about this. Who does St Johnstone have? Home to Hamilton. It's not great that we're now having to monitor St Johnstone's results, but what can you do? Well, Jack Alnwick can come back onto the bench. Barrow can come onto the bench for Candeas. I suppose Windass will probably start. And the rest of the team will just be the same as the Ross County game. I think the two youngsters got on well in their full-back positions. So hopefully they can continue that. 4-2-3-1 from Partick as well. Niall Story in there, a player who I liked in the previous Football Manager. I wonder if he could possibly be an option for us in this one. As Morelos plays it to Jack, we kick off. We're looking to build 2 victories in a row here, which we absolutely need. The ball out to Windass is decent. It's a good touch. Can we start quickly here? He's lost it to Elliott. Forward for Salmon. Bit of a challenge there. Erskine picks it up. Now it's Miles Story. It's a good competitive start to the game. Let's have a look at Story if we can. I hate how hard that is to click. Nah, he looks crap in this game. He was better in the last game, I think. His brother was pretty good actually in the last game, if I remember that right. As Erskine to deliver a free kick now. No penalties, please. Ball's angled in, Cardoso away. It will come back to Erskine though. We need to close him down quickly. We do that, but he slips it to Elliott. He manages to poke it round the corner. Story crossing it in. Should be Fodringham's. Wow. Fodringham's fallen on his arse as it's hit the bar, and Abdul Osman's poked it in. I'm going to tell them to push forward after that. We're 1 down really quickly. So much for us starting quickly. And I don't know how neither the goalkeeper nor any of the defenders receive a poor rating for that. My defenders should be first to that ball, or the goalkeeper just shouldn't fall on his arse like an idiot in the first place. And top it all off, we're not creating anything of our own. Thompson to Pena, he scoops it in high, but it's not a great ball. Lawless easily away. Jack will cushion it to Houston though. Can he find O'Halloran? He can. He's got to find a good cross in here. He does put it in for Windass, who's in space. It's a good save by Thomas Cherny, but he has to do better there, Windass. Should possibly take that down and hit it rather than try and head it. As Erskine clears it, and Gaffaro will bring this away for Partick Thistle. Running down the line, plays it forward. Lawless picks it up. Come on, don't get countered here. It's over to the other side. It's a huge counter opportunity actually. It's into Osman, who shoots for his second. It's well wide in the end. But all of a sudden we're back to looking shaky and useless. Can't create. I think we're going to go with the 2 up in the second half here. Turnbull playing it forward to Erskine, who we completely drop off and leave to his, leave on his own. Jesus, and it's wide of the post. With Fodringham scrambling, and Partick Thistle, you have to say, been the better side in the first half. Miles Story now picking up an injury as we go into half time, and we're going to have to make drastic changes. Suleiman Koulibaly putting Hamilton ahead at St Johnstone is the only saving grace. We won't lose our second position as long as St Johnstone don't come back and win that one. But they're getting put on blast here. An atrocious second half. No, what are we going to change? Thompson's going to have to come off, I think. Right, let's... It's difficult here. Let's go... Let's take Houston off for Milanese. He can go into the middle. Bruno Alves can play. I don't know if any of them have. He plays play in the middle in a 3-man grouping. That's fine. You can be, however, the stopper. The youngster here can just be a regular defender as he prefers, and Cardoso, I suppose, can be a covering defender. And Thompson, on the other hand, is going to come off. He's going to come off for Herrera, playing as a complete forward in there to support Morelos. And can Windass play deeper? Let's see. Yeah, more or less. O'Halloran, sort of. We're going to have to do that. We can't go completely gung-ho and leave the wings fully exposed at the back. We're going to tell them to push forward now. In fact, what we're going to also do, change it to more direct passing and a higher tempo. A slightly higher line, because we need to make sure we get this here. Jack to Pena now. He plays it to Dorans. Forward for Morelos. Osman with a good challenge. Spittle picking it up. We're going as well. We still have a wide set up here in the team. Oh, is it through for Connor Salmon? Chance, and he scores. And he scores. Connor Salmon busting through our 3 centre backs. It's not good. Yeah, I guess we still make those changes to go more direct. I think after an hour though, we're going to go completely route 1 and just try and bombard them. It's almost been an hour as Dorans lines up this free kick. Hits it over the bar, as usual. Free kicks in this game are just hopeless. Right, I mean, we're going to have to overload now. If it will let me, please. What the fuck is happening here? Right, overload. Route 1, pump it in the box. Fairly narrow. Higher, more risks. We just have to go absolutely gung-ho here for it. We'll bring on Baronas for Pena, I suppose. Play a more attacking role. And that's what we're going to have to do. It's a terrible performance. Absolutely shocking performance. And it could get worse. Spittle to whip in this corner. In it goes. Away by Alves. One of our guys has to pick it up, but Lawless gets there easily first. He can play it back out to Spittle again. Takes a touch. Can angle the ball in on his left. Away by Alves. It's a terrible header. He'll break to Barton. Plays it in for Lawless. Too much space. This could well get worse here. Lawless is closed down. Goes back to Gafferot. Acres of space. Drills it in. Easy for the keeper. Right, come on. Launch this. Quickly now. Just under 20 minutes to go. We still need 2, even for just a point. Forward it goes. Turnbull cushions it down. Baronas over the top for O'Halloran, who's not going to get there. Gafferot away. Morelos cushions it to Herrera. It's back to Morelos. It's not a good pass though. Baronas in. It's Elliott away. We could well get countered if we're not careful. Milanese to Jack. Plays a good ball to O'Halloran. First time in for Morelos. Challenging. Cushions it down. Herrera! And it does go in. We have one back. Come down as a Thomas Cherny own goal. Saves it onto the post. Comes back. Hits him and goes in. And there's a bit of hope, I dare say. Demand more out them. Not much I can really do here. Okay, so an opportunity here. Partick with a throw in. Elliott will go to Edwards. Edwards now on the ball. Goes to Elliott. He scoop it in. It's going to run right through to the goalkeeper. Launch this one as well, please. Come on. Come on, launch it, please. Okay, take your time then. Windass cushions it down to Dorans. Has he got runners ahead? He's got Morelos into Herrera. O'Halloran's there on the overlap. Come on. O'Halloran, he has to find a good cross here. Hits the byline and leaves the ball behind. Lawless forward to Salmon. There's a runner through the middle. Nobody's tracking him. Edwards picking up. What a challenge by Jack. Alves to Dorans. Over the top, Dorans quickly now. Baronas in behind for Morelos. He's square it. Oh, it's an atrocious effort from Morelos. He did that in the last game as well against Ross County. Just scooped it into the keeper's arms. Which completely forfeit his place in the team now, Morelos. The Windass to Baronas. Scoops it forward for Herrera. He does have O'Halloran trying to help him, but he just leaves the ball behind. Turnbull over the top for Salmon. Easy for Milanese to pick this one up though. He goes to Cardoso, who's got to look forward quickly. It's Dorans picking that up. He goes out wide to Windass. Not a perfect pass. Windass keeps it in, launches it into the box, and it's easy for Thomas Cherny. Under 10 minutes to go now, still one behind. Czerny will launch it exactly as Foderingham should have for us. It's away by Bruno. Alves picked up by Morelos. Got to go wide. Gives it away to Turnbull. Terrible performance. He goes back to Thomas Czerny. He'll angle it out wide for Spittle, but Windass can cut it out. Morelos now with a bit of an overload. Herrera, can he grab something late for us again? He can. Eduardo Herrera, beautiful stuff. Morelos is with the assist, and we're going to keep going with this. See if we can't pinch a third. We seem to be more efficient of just lumping it up front, to be honest, rather than trying to actually play football. Okay, so there's another couple of minutes left. We're going to tell him to push forward, see if we can't get something. 4 added on minutes, come on, grab me a third. Doesn't look likely. 4 added on minutes passed. Well, Halloran will throw it. It will be full time and it will be 2-2. Mixed emotions. I'm going to cautiously tell them it wasn't good enough. We should have won. Yeah, okay, so they're happy with that. I'm pleased. We take it with a bit of a pinch of salt, considering we were so far behind and we've come back to get something. We have to be happy to some degree, but we were terrible. I think in the next game against Hibs, we're going to have to try something else. We're going to have to possibly try getting the 2 strikers on together, because we seem to be better when that happens. So a little look at what the board are thinking of us. They're satisfied at the moment, so we have to be careful. What can we get the transfer budget to, interestingly? Oh, like hundreds of thousands of pounds. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. It's another kind of mixed episode as the last one was. We got a decent victory over Ross County, and then we've come back well to actually salvage that 2-2 there, even though we played really poorly in the game. We actually go to Firhill again next episode after we host Hibernian at Ibrox. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Some signs of encouragement and some signs of concern, I suppose, would be the takeaway from this. Maybe in the next game we're going to try a 3 at the back and go more direct up to the strikers. Maybe 3 at the back, 4 across, 1 in behind the strikers, and then the 2 strikers up front. Possibly something like that. But that'll be next episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, you drop down below and leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. It really helps out. And if you would like to follow the series here, or any other series on the channel, we've got a series going actually at the moment, just looking at some simulations here in Football Manager, what would happen if certain people took over actually the position at Ibrox, which is just a bit of interesting fun, if you ask me. So if you would like to subscribe to the channel, I'd be eternally grateful for that. But more or less, overall, just thank you for watching the videos. I'll see you next time for Hibernian and Partick Thistle.